Hey kids, what's shaking? So I just wanted to come on to briefly tell you that we are not going to be having an episode tonight. Some stuff came up, some family stuff, and so I'm going to be nothing bad, nothing to do with health. Nothing's wrong in that way, but it's an important thing, and I have to be there. So we are going to unfortunately have to reschedule our episode with Kayla Cox about the kind of Hebrew roots. Um, what's the other Torah observant Christianity sect that's kind of taking over the internet in some places. So we will get back to that, and we'll have a really good episode for you on that once we're able to reschedule that and get some study in and really dig down deep into it. But I didn't want to leave you high and dry um, tonight, because there are some people who are very used to being with us every Wednesday night, and I wanted to give them a little something to have if, they miss us. I doubt they will. I doubt it, but, that's neither here nor there. So, I wanted to let you know I wanted to let you know that, and I also want to let you know what's coming next week and beyond. If you would like to hear from me and Jessica at all today, there's some content out there that's very fresh and new that you can watch and take a look at and consume as you would. Jessica was recently on our friend Cody Cook's show, Cantus Firmus. She spent some time talking about abortion and how we can have better conversations surrounding abortion. So it is going to be in the description below of all of these videos. You can go down there and click that. You can watch it. Cody is on all the podcatchers. So if you just search Cantus Firmus, Cantus space Firmus, you'll be able to find it there as well. If you would like to see something from me. Yesterday, I did co-host the Propaganda Report again, so that last episode will be good. I have the link to a Megaphone. It's on all podcatchers, and if you have Rockfin and you're a member there, you can actually watch the whole video. And that is those links are down in the description as well. The only other thing that I have is a pretty fun one. I don't know if you guys know Luke and Typo from the Biting the Bullet podcast, but I recorded with them a little while back, and I think earlier this week they released the episode. It is not safe for work, but if you would like to kind of hear us talk about several different things, including football, including the deal with the Washington Post, all sorts of stuff, that link is also in the description, and they are in whatever podcast feed you want to use. So beyond that, that's if you really miss us, you can go there. But I do want to tell you what's coming up in the near future. For one, let me be like actually good at what I do and pull up the calendar instead of trying to remember it and messing it up. So next week is our end of the month episode, and that's kind of the release valve, the venting episode, where we're just going to talk and see what's going on with a friend. Our friend Kim Shang, who spoke to us about stoicism earlier, she's going to come on and hang out, maybe talk about her new gig in a band, an all woman band. So after that, our friend Monica Perez is starting off August for us. And remember, starting in August, we're moving from Wednesday night to Thursday night, same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So Monica will be our first Thursday show. We're going to take some kind of deep dive, do some kind of buddy dive. We haven't nailed down the details yet, but I promise you it will be good to watch and listen to. Beyond that, we're going to talk to a New Testament theologian who is either working on his doctorate or is finishing it up, but he has a case that he wants to make about why women should be able to be ordained. There's a lot. This is a very divisive topic, so we're going to go into this conversation open. We're going to ask questions. We're going to hear his case. It's not going to be a debate. We're not going to fight over it. We're going to figure out what he thinks. And we want you to decide. We want you to look at the Bible, look at history, look at all of these things and decide whether or not you think he is correct. And so I think the best way to do that is to have a conversation and to talk through his points and see what he has to say. So we're going to be doing that. And perhaps we will have a follow-up episode with someone who disagrees and go through that. We will see. But after that, we're going to have my good friend Josh Hires come on the show. So if you've ever heard me talk about the guy that I went to college with, that was a praise and worship leader, a songwriter that I really respected, that I thought exemplified what someone who loves Jesus should look like and should act like. That's Josh Hires. We're going to talk to him about life since we last saw each other. We're going to talk about his struggles. We're going to talk about writing music. We're going to talk about all sorts of things that I think should be interesting. It's going to be a bit of a catch up for me and him, but there's a lot that's gone on in his life that I think is worth listening to. And there's a lot of wisdom to be gleaned from his story because he has gone through some deep darkness since then, and still stood up and still never cursed God. So we're going to have that really great conversation. And that is all that I have for you today. I just want to let you know that we are sorry we're not doing a show tonight, and we will miss you. But take this time to rest, do something fun, watch a terrible movie with your husband or wife or kids or friends or whatever part of life you're in. Find a terrible movie and watch it and make fun of it. That's my advice. Other than that, my wife and I just watched Palm Springs on Hulu with Andy Samberg. It's like a time loop romantic comedy. It was pretty darn good. I recommend watching that as well. But beyond that, we love you guys. Just wanted to let you know what's happening and to not be surprised if you don't see us tonight. And since this is live, if people show up and make a comment, they very well can. But I'm about to close this out. So for all of you who listen, all of you who have anything they feel or like about us, we love you too. And as always, you have a chance to be a light in the world. So go light it up.